pesos. 10 pesos in like a 7-Eleven or some kind of convenience store, sorry store, stuff like that. Yeah, about 10 pesos, 7-Eleven, convenience store, or sorry. Anyway, they're pretty good. They taste about like Kool-Aid. So they call them coolers. They taste like Kool-Aid. This is orange flavored. There's a straw that comes with it, but sometimes it's a pain. Ow, will you get away from me, dog? Stop licking me. I just gave the dog some bones. Now the dog wants more bones. Here, I'll show you the dog. This is the dog. Yo, dog. Aha, that's the way to make you leave. Put a camera on you. Then you leave me alone. Anyway. You know, I keep saying this every day. I'm going to say it again. It is another beautiful day here in the Philippines. Yep. I'll do a walk here in a little bit, but I'll show you. Little wind blowing in. It's nice and cloudy, so it's not too hot. Today is going to be better than yesterday. It was a little bit hot yesterday with the sun out. And the day before that was a little bit hot. But yeah, still beautiful either way. I was still outside. I was still walking in the middle of the day. Walking and meeting people here in the Philippines. And it's still awesome. Yeah. Thank you for the like. So, if we have the people that want to do it, I got a game that we can play. If we have the people that want to do it. Just put in game into the phone, and I get at least 3 people to say game, then we'll do game. Delish. So let's see where this comes from. Like I said, this is like Kool-Aid. It's Philippines coolers. Beautiful day out here in the Philippines, man. Samos. Yep, can't complain. Having a wonderful time. I was making some videos yesterday. What was the last video I did? What was the last video I did? Anybody remember? Shoot, I forgot. Because a lot of times I'll have these videos set up. Maybe I did them a week ago, a month ago, and then I just like finally release them. Oh, cool. What's up, American soldier with a bar? Where you from? American soldier with a bar. Oh, you must be an officer. Let's see. Are you a lieutenant? Lieutenant or captain? They have bars. Apoy Stach. What are you doing in the military, bro? What's your job? Apoy Stach says hi. What's up, Apoy Stach? How you doing? Where you from? American soldier with a bar says, what region are you in? Just a private. Oh, you're a private. Okay. I was a private once upon a time. Once upon a time. Army. Mary, what's up? How you doing? What region am I in? I'm in right below the Batangas. There is an island, a big island called Mindoro, and I'm on Mindoro right now. Gonna be heading to Manila eventually. Eventually. Yalo, what's up, Yalo? How you doing, Yalo Excel? Mahupil. Where you from? Bentingas is close to the island that I'm on. I'm on the island of Mindoro. A lot of people don't know about Mindoro, but you know they have one of the most popular beaches here. It's Porto Galera. Porto Galera. Coffee time. That's what I'm talking about. I had one about 2 hours ago. I'm ready for another one, Mary. Yep. So let me finish this cooler. I'll show you around the Philippines here a little bit. Where's everybody at? Okay, done with the cooler. Samo says, Mike, do you plan on relocating to Manila or just visiting? Yeah, relocating. Alright. You can see it's windy out here or something. See, we got a breeze going on. Temperature is perfect. The sun is hidden. Thank goodness we got some clouds in the sky, so the sun is not there. I know some people say it's going to rain. No, it's not supposed to rain today. If it does rain, we might get a little sprinkle, but it's not supposed to rain at all. But there's a possibility of a sprinkle or something like that. This week is going to be really nice. Really nice weather this week. Hey, Mook, what's up, brother? Thank you. Nice glasses. Thank you, man. You like sweet juice, sir, Mike? Yeah, dude, that's like my dessert. You know, if I'm gonna eat like pizza, Barry, if I eat pizza or pasta that is already sweet, you know, got that sweet taste with the sauce, then I'll do water with that kind of thing. But if I just had some chicken, and so with the chicken, I did the juice, yeah. You be careful though, because you know, diabetes, man. Yeah, do y'all have many people in your family that has diabetes, everybody? Many people in your family? I've got a few on my mom's side. My dad's side, I don't know if anybody has diabetes over there. But yeah, I mean, here's some of the big factors. I'm not a medical professional, so I'm not giving medical advice. But some of the factors about diabetes is your age. You know, when you get old like me, get past 50, or and also your weight. And I'm trying to remember what else. Weight and age. I forgot the other stuff. Let's see. What are you doing? Uncle, talking to you. I don't know why I'm doing it, Arkash, but I'm talking to you. Check out the flowers. What are the flowers for? Just flowers? Let's see. They're not real though. But anyway, they're probably going to take them to like a grave site, probably. Mama Mary. Mama Mary's doing what? Oh, they're going to put it at the grotto. Y'all know what a grotto is? Let's see. Samo says, if you relocate to Manila, what happens with the lady? Yeah, we both go to Manila.
What happened to me? I died?
So, anyway, I'm not going to say. Her plan is to work in the call center. She used to work at the call center, so that's why we haven't left yet. She doesn't have the job there yet. Hey, chill, Jill. Hey, I always hit that stupid thing. Why can't we just put that up somewhere? Put it up here. Something. That thing's driving me crazy. Every time I hit that thing. My lunch, baked pasta today. Ooh, I love some baked pasta. Was it the white? There's another one. What the heck? Was it the white pasta or was it the red pasta? Didn't I get rid of you? Here. I went this way to get rid of her. Shh, be quiet. Now she gets worse. Okay. Okay. Disappear. Yikes. Oh, God. I'm going to get some freaking earplugs. Get some freaking earplugs. Drive me crazy. Hey. Let's see. Lucky we don't have that in my family. Yeah, you're like tiny whiny. You're like tiny. Mary. Yeah, my mom's side, they used to eat too much. They had like a seafood disorder. Every food they saw, they ate it. My mom's family. Let's see, Angel Game Man, what's up, brother? You know what's happening in the Middle East? I mean, I haven't followed it today. Tommy. Hey, Tommy, did you ever answer me that you're a citizen over here? You're half Filipino? Is that what you did? Maybe you're half Filipino? How'd you get to be a citizen? Because I know your heritage. As far as what's happening in the Middle East, yeah, I know. I mean, the last thing I heard was Iran was, trying to attack places, all that kind of mess. And yeah, I gotta follow up on it today. I haven't looked at it today. I'm back on my cards. And Samo says, I think due to all the call center jobs are going to disappear. The AI, yeah, I think you're right. I think they will too. So you got to just do it while you can until they do disappear. I mean, I think a lot of jobs are going to disappear. I think a lot of engineering jobs, a lot of tech jobs, I think a lot of jobs will. I mean, any kind of like sit down office type work, a lot of that stuff's going to disappear. Technology's getting rid of like people at the register and everything. The good thing about the Philippines is though, the people will work very low pay. So, it's not going to be a huge benefit to make things disappear like it would be in the USA. USA, oh my goodness, man, they can get rid of that $20 an hour employee and throw that AI on. Of course, they're going to do it as soon as possible. But here in the Philippines, they make about $1 an hour. So $20 compared to $1 an hour is a big difference. Let's see. Angel Gaming says cooking gas increased by 80 freaking. Oh man, Tommy, you're talking about money and stuff. I mean, I see that stuff getting a lot worse. And it's not just about this little battle that's going on, which you could call it a big battle if you want. But I mean, I've been saying this. They're trying to squeeze us out. Those people that are surviving. That's all I'm doing is surviving. I don't have no fancy life. I don't have any. I'm not even middle class or anything like that. I'm just a survivor, just like you. A lot of you people. I don't know everybody in here, their situation, but a lot of people are like that. Just surviving. Getting by, paying their bills, barely. But. Yeah, I mean, when you got AI that we're talking about here, and you got the elites, what they're trying to do to everybody, making us fight each other and create all this crazy, weird crap, getting companies to only hire black females. What the heck? That's totally wrong against not only whites, but also black men. I mean, that's just wrong. Residence visa with Filipino. Residence visa, okay, with Filipino. Okay. Screenshot that because I'm trying to understand that. I'm not sure about residence visa with Filipino. I'm not sure. I gotta do a visa video and all that kind of stuff. And I've just been doing the tourist visa. I've looked into the other visas, but you know, I never really cared too much about paying attention to any other ones because like the SRR visa, maybe that's what you're talking about. That one requires some money. Yeah. So anyway, Philippines also has less stock of oil. Uh, yeah, I'm sure. You know, America's the same way. The price is going up. You know. Akash says yes. They have increased the cooking gas prices here due to war. Yeah. You know, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, I'm willing to sacrifice. I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of price stuff going up in order to give those women in Iran their freedom, in order to give those guys in Iran their freedom to protest. You know, I think all this kind of stuff is good. But as far as the whole picture and every little thing about it, you know, I'm sure there's other things that are not good. I don't really look into it very much or think about the politics. I really don't care about it because we can't change crap, dude. No matter what, no matter how powerful, you know. I mean, because these people are too powerful, you know. So we can't do anything about anything. Afternoon, Mike. But I'm glad that they have their freedom in Iran, as far as that goes. Scotty says there's a fire sale on falafels in Iran. I heard. Falafels, yeah, falafels. I think I had that one time. I wasn't never a big fan of that kind of food out there. I went to a Middle East restaurant one time and I was like, oh my goodness. A lot of people like it though. A lot of people like it. It's everywhere. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure it's everywhere. $1 an hour. But I think, you know, you could think of it this way. You could think of you're basically a charity person. You know, you're helping other people in another country by paying a little bit more on gas and stuff. You know what I mean? And anyway, how much gas do you really need, man? I think you work from home, Tommy. What's up, Ozzy? How you doing? Tommy says you can get senior citizen visa and probably if you own a property and retire there, good for you. Senior citizen visa, I don't think so. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. I mean, senior citizens here are at least 60 years old. I'm 53. And how the heck am I going to own any property? I guess I could trade my glasses for a piece of land or something. A house. Anyway, Wise, what's up? How you doing? WTF! Okay, let's try to figure out what does WTF mean. Nah, I know what it means. I'm joking now, Cash. Let's see. A young gun and with a short fuse. You know that one, don't you? Just a young gun with a short fuse. Ozzy says, I'm peed about the gas prices because my truck is a fuel hog. Well, I mean, Ozzy, you're the Republican guy, you know, you're the Trump guy. So I know you're laughing, but if anybody should be upset, you know, maybe Ozzy. But even Ozzy doesn't even work. Come on, bro. Nah, I mean, are you upset? Are you like really upset with Trump? Is that what you're saying, Ozzy, or are you just blabbing? Because I'll be surprised if you are. Let's see. I thought you were 65. Tommy, are you messed up? And let's see. I'm good, thank you. Oh, cool, Wise. Yeah, Wise. Aren't you like from, where was it from? Netherlands? Are you from Netherlands, about that way? Or New Zealand, somewhere. Can't remember. You know, you used to come in a long time ago and disappeared on me. Let's see, Daniel. What's up, Daniel? Happy Sunday. Hello, everybody. Hey, Daniel Barry's Sports Highlight. What's up? How you doing, man? You know, a lot of the sports channels on YouTube do very well, so I figure he's probably doing good. Probably doing better than I am. Anyway, Dr. Harley says, what's up, Grandpa? I don't know what you're talking about, Dr. Harley. What are you talking about, son? Ozzy says, hey, I'm not happy about fighting Israel's wars. Fighting Israel's wars. I think, I think we're just controlled, bro. I mean, yeah. Everybody's like balled out, I guess. I don't know. Ghana. Oh, from Ghana. Okay. Shoot, where the heck is Ghana? I don't forgot. It's Ghana, South America? Ghana. Where's what continent? What continent is Ghana on? Is that between Australia and Philippines? I always get the New Guinea and Papua Guinea and all that stuff mixed up. I can't. Yeah, I need to practice on my G countries. Apparently. How would you rate Philippines on a scale of 1 to 10? Says American soldier with a bar. How would I rate it? I'll go ahead and give it a 9.5. That's pretty high. That's pretty high. And I'm not into like being too nice. I'm very so let me lower that. 9.15. 9.15. And I was thinking, higher for someone that doesn't have a lot of money. But then again, if you do have a lot of money, oh my goodness, bro. You could be like the super king in the Philippines for the people that do have a lot of money. Let's see. Yeah, 9.15. Akash says that correct. Aziz, states must mind their own business. And the thing about Filipinos, though, growing up here, I don't think it's a 9.15 unless they have money. The super poor that don't have money, and when they grow up here, for them, I think they need to go to another country and work and then come back with that money, save up their money and come back. So there you go. Looking at both sides. Tommy says everyone pays the price one way or another. Ozzy says the Iranian people are thankful to Trump. Yeah, exactly, they are. And yeah, that's what I say, man. I'm like, I'm so happy for those people in Iran. I am so happy for them. And if you got someone that is so freaking dangerous, to get rid of that is awesome too. So you got two great things there. You're getting rid of some guy that's going around screaming, yeah, destroy USA kind of crap, wouldn't you as a leader of your country want to get rid of somebody like that? I know one thing, people come in here illegal immigrants, they don't let them in here. They're like, get out of here, bro. Angel Gaming says, a war wise, and there is possibility of maybe some I can't say the C word, but I gotta be careful what I say about government here, because I'm a visitor. I don't want to get blacklisted, I don't want to get kicked out of here. Let's see, Tommy says a war, and Wise says, yes, just being here for some times. Which country? Oh, hold on. Let me turn to all chats on. Maybe it didn't show up. Which continent? Will you stop? Which continent was Ghana? Wise throwing the freaking flag out, bro. That doesn't help. Maybe I missed it. Oh, West Africa, I think, Brian says. Between Togo and Germany. It's Africa, okay. Yeah. I think Togo's in Africa, but I don't know. I mean, there's like 50-something countries in Africa. So Ghana's in Africa, most likely. And there's a lot of great African people. And there's a lot of not great African people, just like Americans and everywhere else, you know, even the Philippines, you know. I mean, I praise Philippines a lot, but, you know, there's not a great people everywhere, you know. Bad apples are everywhere. Let's see. Any, Brian from Australia says, I remember some politicians stating in the first Gulf War. We try to go somewhere quieter. Go. Will you stop? Will you stop? Stop. I know, dogs drives me crazy. Don't be nice to dogs. They'll drive me crazy. Let's see, I remember some politicians stating in the first, I'm joking by the way, be nice to dogs, I'm joking. I remember some politicians stating in the first Gulf War that if the main product of Iraq was cabbages, then America would not be fighting there. Same applies now to Iran. Ghana is West Africa, I think. Let's see. What is the reason you left USA? Shut up. Shut up. I just wanted peace, and it gets louder when I come over here. Anyway, what was the reason I left? Alan? There's a video I did called, it's about a girl. That's the whole reason I came over. This girl, it's called Red Flags Pregnancy and something else on it. But yeah, that's the reason I left the US. Wise has a flag, let's see. Scotty says, that's a high rating. It will all be different for each depending on lifestyle, what you're for. Some will be great, others will be disappointed. Yeah, I mean, those people that are spoiled and spoiled kind of people, bratty, I hate to say that. But yeah, those people, I don't even know if my mom could live here, bro. She might be like, oh, I can't take this. You know, she's a different breed. $1,500, okay, in Manila, yeah. Yeah, that's easy to say, yeah. Samos. American Soldier with a bar says, I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of corruption and economy problems. In the world, yeah. There's a lot of corruption in every country in the world, I think. Economy problems, I think the same thing, every country in the world. I know one thing, Philippines is 70% cheaper than the US. But if you're somebody that's making $1 an hour, then that doesn't really matter too much to you. But if you're someone that leaves a country and you have some money, then it does matter to that person. YouTube deleted your comment, sorry bro. You know, I'm not gonna say anything that I want to say about that. There are heaps of illegals in Philippines. Every now and then they catch some and send them back. Yeah, I'm sure there is, you know. And that's the point though, they send them back. But I don't think I've ever met an illegal over here. But, you know, we got a lot of islands and I haven't been to 7,000 islands either, so. But yeah, I'm sure there is. More in the south, probably. Probably a lot down there in the south, Mindanao. Yes, it's Africa, says Wise. Thank you, Wise. Brian from Australia says Koreans, Chinese, etc. Yeah, exactly. I have seen them catch a bunch of them and send them back. Yeah, it's usually some type of Asian, even Indians, you know, like Oshkosh. Let's see, Alexis says hi. How you doing, Alexis? And I've allowed echo chamber. Is it echo chamber? Yeah, but it's a way to get away from the crazy. You know, if my Wi-Fi worked good at my place where I live, then it would be a lot better. Why says Ghana's West Africa. Samo says Iranians aren't bad. The Israeli, the American psychopath politicians are the problem. This war is legal. You know, that's the point. That's what I want to mention, Samos. You know, I mean, it doesn't matter where you're at, what country, psychopath kind of things. You pointed out American. I mean, it's the point is that every country has crazy, every country has good, you know. All those people in Iran hated their Iranian psychopath politicians, you know. The war is illegal. As far as the war being legal or not, yeah. I mean, maybe it's not. I'm not going to doubt that. But sometimes, you ever watch Dirty Harry? Have you ever seen Dirty Harry? A Dirty Harry movie? Precious Laura, what's up? How you doing? Ozzy says, I said I don't have a problem with totalitarian governments being overthrown. There you go. No, usually the northern parts. Ozzy says, yeah, our government is run by a bunch of well, you know, I'm not a big fan of GOVs, American, especially if you watched any of my videos, you've seen me talk junk about that. You know, it's easy for me to talk junk about the American, though. I still have that freedom, but for me to talk junk about government here, I don't have that freedom, so I can't really bring that kind of thing up. But I'm going to say this. U.S. government is a lot worse than the government here. A lot worse. But as a visitor here, you know, I don't have the freedom. And when I was in the U.S. military and I was fighting against the two parties and I was trying to get someone else elected, they told me I had to take down my signs, and I couldn't do that. I had to only like care or discuss, you know, be on the side of the current commander-in-chief, because I was military and I couldn't go against that current commander-in-chief. That's the same thing, you know, taking the freedom away for that situation. Let's see. Are you seeing a buildup of U.S. military in the Philippines, or does it seem pretty normal here? It seems extremely normal here. I did see in the news that there was some military that came over. I don't think it was very much. I think maybe 50 or 100. I shouldn't have walked over here, I guess. Now she's following me again. Okay. American soldier with a bar. Yeah, I haven't seen any military over here, but I did see something about it in the news. How long have you been in the Philippines, Uncle? It's been almost 3 years now. Sorry, wrong words. Anybody want to play a game? Put game in the comments. We'll do a game. And mangoes. Sorry, wrong words. We're talking about mangoes. What was that about mangoes, Scotty? Said psychopath politicians. You know, so Ozzy. Maybe I shouldn't say it. I'm just gonna put it in the. I'm gonna put it up here in the screen. I'm gonna do a what do you call that thing? Let me find it. We'll do a poll. This way it will make it anonymous. All right, just about done. Let's see what people have to say about this. And unfortunately, I wouldn't even answer the question because I don't feel like I have enough, you know, knowledge about things. But I could take a guess. And I know what I would guess. But anyway, we got some votes coming in. Wow, it's pretty close. I thought it would be a lot of no's. I thought I would get a lot of no's out of this. You know, I have a lot of people in here from different countries, so I think that's part of it. Target for sure. I'm back. Okay, we got one game. Alan said game. And is there anybody else want to say game? But yeah, Alan, I'm surprised. I haven't seen any U.S. military over here. But I will say that if they're here, they're probably up far north around Subic Bay, Angeles City, up that way. You know, that's usually where they tend to be, around Subic Bay. But when I get to Manila, I'll be on the lookout, man. I'll see if there's any U.S. military people show up around Manila. Trying to get there soon. But I don't think I'm going to see any. I mean, we're pretty far from Iran. Philippines is, just like USA is pretty far from Iran, and so that's the reason they've been hitting all the places that are close to them, like crazy, like weird, like nutty people, you know, like a bunch of nuts. And I'm sure they would try to hit USA, Philippines if they weren't so far away. But that's the problem. Alan says, what branch of military? I was in the Army. Oh, Wise, we got one more. Okay, so we got two people say game. Just one more person says game. We'll do the game. Mook, what if Trump decides to give Philippines more freedom? What if Trump decides to give Philippines more freedom? What are you talking about? For one thing, Philippines and the USA are allies. So what are you talking about, bro? It's not like I'm not living in Iran over here. Lisa, what's up? How you doing, Lisa? Where you from? Let me get the stuff ready for the game in case somebody says game. Yeah, I'm in the Philippines, Lisa. How about yourself? How you doing? How you doing? And where you from? So, oh, now it's pretty high. Is Trump a good president? Now 78% of the people say no. And I would say most of those votes come from people that do not live in the USA. And I would say, you know, they're probably not happy about expenses on gas. Yeah, am I right or wrong? And tariffs and gas, those kind of issues. And maybe some of them think he's a hater, or racist, kind of thing like that. What's your big reason for saying no, guys? Is it all the above? Wrong? Or xenophobic, ain't that the other term? I'm not sure. What game? Akash, it's going to be a card game. It's going to be a guess the card game. You'll see what I'm talking about if we get another person that says it. As the Philippines is a republic, not a vassal of the U.S. As the Philippines is a republic, not a vessel of the U.S. Yeah, I mean, you know, you're talking about just more intelligent than I am stuff here. But yeah, I mean, we definitely don't own them. I said we're friends, we're allies, you know. But yeah, I mean, you know, I think Duterte was closer friend with the Chinese, actually, right? From what I understand. Brian says wrong. Tariffs do not affect other countries. I'm going to disagree with that, Brian. If you increase the tariffs in one country, then that's going to affect that country. If you make them pay to send stuff to you, then you know, they're okay. They're going to increase their prices of the stuff they send in order to take care of the tariffs. And then when they do that, the country will not buy as much from them. That's one way to look at it. I mean, we could look at this a different ways, but yeah, I mean, I don't understand how you could say it wouldn't affect them if they have to pay more. You don't know why that keeps coming up. Let's see. American Soldier with a Bar says, and appliances are the use tap water and electricity in their low. Appliances, I don't think are very low. Use tap water. Are they using tap water? Electricity in their low. Okay. Water and electricity low. That depends. That depends on, you know, your usage. I mean, okay, let's just say for me, I'm only spending about, what, $30 a month on electricity, but that's the cheapest, you know. A lot of people will spend about maybe $90, you know, a month on electricity. A lot of people, 80, 90, you know, it just depends. Then again, let me ask them how much they spend where I'm at. This is, now let's see how many people live here too. This is it's a pretty big place, sorta. We've got two people. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people live here, right? 4 people live here. How much is the electric bill? 3,000. So they're paying about $55. So yeah, I'd say anywhere between 25 actually, because I know somebody that's about 25. So 25 to 100 is normal, but there's some people that could pay a little less and some people that could pay a little more, but that's somewhere in the ball field of the average, 25 to 100. And the hundreds are usually going to be like rich people, you know, the people that have 5 air conditioners and that kind of thing, you know. Let's see. Alan says Trump's a good businessman, but not a skilled politician. Wise says, yo, bro, you look good. Thank you, Wise. And Scotty says, who was the last skilled politician? We just need one more game. Who was the last skilled politician? There you go. Who was the last skilled politician? Let's see what people say. I mean, what is a skilled politician? You know, I quit thinking about politics whenever I saw that there was no way that we would have the power, you know, that us regular people would have the power. I went for people, and, you know, I'll get some hate for this, but I went for people from, I like the Libertarian Party, I like the Green Party, I even like Bernie Sanders. But I think Bernie, they did some things to him that I won't be talking about in this video. Akash says, Brian, why did they bomb school and kill innocent civilian and children? Yikes. My phone just got a little black. Rand Paul, Alan. Rand Paul. Yeah, I like Ron Paul. I liked his dad. I don't know about Rand Paul. Rand Paul's a Republican. His dad was a Libertarian. And, you know, they say the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree. So Samo says Kennedy was the last true, honorable, skilled U.S. president. I personally like Kennedy. But once again, you know, sometimes you think you know something and you don't really know something. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to say Kennedy was awesome, but I personally like him. You know, I mean, they took him out. You know, why'd they take him out? Did he push the envelope? I think he did. I think he pushed the envelope. Let's see. This is the long one. This is from Brian. Try to get in the shade over here. Brian says, do you realize that the American taxpayer pays the tariffs? The rest of us are just finding alternative markets, which is going to put upward pressure on U.S. internal pricing as competition slows. Is this true? I mean, like I said, I don't really follow things, but I'd be extremely surprised if that's true, because the government is charging the other countries. Now, maybe the other country taxpayers are paying. That would make sense. But why would an American person pay the tariff? I mean, come on. I'm not going to disagree with you or agree with you. I want to know from the people in here. I mean, I'm not in the USA, so I don't even know. I'm not even paying taxes because I didn't make any money last year. Well, I made about $100, but that's all. Anyway, says so. Let's hear it. Is Brian true with his words? Whenever Trump raises tariffs on other countries, is the American taxpayer paying that tax? I feel so much hate against Trump. Let's see. Brian says, I know Trump said either countries were paying, but that is just BS. Akash says, Brian, why did they school act innocent? Who is they and who got bombed? Which ones you talking about and who is they? Scotty says, I don't hear is a schooled on since the beginning. They were trying that works. Ask who? Yeah, I'm asking everybody in the chat, is Brian true? Is what he said, are those words true? Somebody could chat GPT it. I don't know. Let's see. American soldier with a bar says, in voting, I think good. Ooh, the Trump is increasing up here in your stats. Let's see. American soldier with a bar says, in voting, I think good president is subjective. Some say it's yes or no. It's just a complex matter of human egos. Yeah, I think egos is a big thing, right? Akash says, Israel is Iran. Good one, Akash. Israel is Iran. Who knows, man? I don't know, man. This world's so freaking messed up. Who knows? Alan says, I like the Kentucky Fried Chicken party. It's finger licking good. Yeah, me too, man. Silva plays everything. Says, hi, what's up, Silva? How you doing? Where you from? American Soldier says, subjective is opinionated. Yeah, true. That is how tariffs work, is what Brian says. So nobody has, what do you call it? Said you're wrong. So nobody has said you're wrong. I was going to try to use a fancy word, but I couldn't think of it. But anyway, nobody has said you're wrong, Brian. So I don't know, maybe you're right. Lady Sky says, hi, what's up, Lady Sky? How you doing? Where you from? Brian says, mate, look it up. It's not hard to find. Yeah, but I'm busy right now. I'm doing with you guys. I don't have a laptop beside me. Akash says, yes, correct. Akash says, yes, correct. Okay, so the taxpayers are paying for the tariffs. Is that what you're saying, Samos? Luckily, I didn't pay any taxes because I didn't make a penny last year. But I guess Samos says, yeah. Hold on, Akash. Oh, no, he's talking to Akash. Never mind. Sorry, Brian. I thought he was talking to you. Brian says, put it this way. How would one country tax another? Stop and think about it. You know, I didn't really think much about this, but didn't China have a big tariff on the U.S.? Like a really high tariff? Am I wrong? I mean, I didn't know I was going to turn into a political channel to have to know my stuff and everything, but didn't they? Somebody tell me, didn't China have like a bunch of tariffs on the U.S. that were a lot higher than the U.S. having the tariffs on China before Trump decided to increase them. Brian says tariffs are a tax on imports. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, the and who has to pay that tariff? The imports. Say let me find something. Say this right here comes from China. We put a tariff on it. Who has to pay that tariff? I'm pretty sure it's the country that sent it to you. Now, if I'm wrong, let me know. I mean, that's what I remember. Let's see. Silva says, "What do you think the president Lula, the Brazil? What the heck are you talking about?" Ay ay ay. Silva says, what do I think about the president Lula, the Brazil? Lula? There's a president named Lula. It's a lady. I thought they had a guy as their leader over there in Brazil. Maybe they changed. I don't know. You have to tell me, Silva. I don't know anything about Brazil. What's going on over there? What do you think? Tell us, because I bet you know, and so you can educate us. Let's see. Alan says tariffs make the cost of goods more expensive, so whoever's buying that good has to pay more. Okay, once again, who's paying the tariff? And of course, the price goes up on the good because that country is saying, oh, we have to pay a tariff. I'm pretty sure the country that sent it to you is the ones that pay the tariff. And so they increase the price, which makes the people pay more. Now, wouldn't it make sense to just make every country pay the same tariff? Because I believe China was getting away with not having to pay any tariffs. And I think that was a big problem. They were getting away with too much. Anyway. Brian says the importer either pays it or passes the cost on. See, there you go. They do both, in my opinion. They're going to try to pass the cost on by increasing the price on the product, and they're going to have to pay that tariff, and that evens out the playing field. So let's say Brazil wanted to make the same item, they wouldn't have to pay as much tariff as possibly. Depends on what the tariff amount is, and so they have a better chance of selling their products instead of China getting away with paying zero tariff. You're letting a country become super powerful if you're letting them not have to pay any tariffs. Akash says, true, Brian, at the end, the U.S. buyer has to pay the tariff. No, not the tariff, the higher cost of the product. Do I have to really look this up? I mean, I think this is, I'd be surprised if I'm not right about that. Come on. I'll be very surprised. And the majority of the importers are American country. That is true. That is true. Americans buy a lot of stuff. Scotty says, let's change the subject and let's talk about Ace or YouTubers. Well, I mean, I would like Ozzy. Are you in here, bro? Can you look this up? You're my moderator, man. You're my main moderator. Can you check it out? Are you busy or what? Anyway, let's change the subject. Okay, let's see. Gas is $8.24 a gallon in California. Really? Whoa, dude, that's crazy. That is insane. California sucks. Liberal California, for all you liberal fans in here. Liberal California with $8.24 a gallon. The most liberal state in the USA. Now, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a Republican, but I'm definitely not a Democrat either. Plin TV says, hello, Mike. What's up? How you doing, Plin TV? You pay at the point of sale, the prices go up, 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 up. Hi. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? No, wrong. It's the importer. So you're saying if Trump increased the tax on China's products, then USA is the ones that pay whatever that tax is, that tariff, whatever that tariff is. You're saying they're the ones that pay it. I mean, I don't remember this in business school. I don't remember that. Maybe I was high or something. Anyway, as I said, easy to find info on tariffs. Well, that's why I'm asking Ozzy to look it up. Bottom line is the purchase pays for tariffs. Well, if we want to go with bottom line, yeah, we could do that. But it evens out countries. This makes China pay a higher amount. Okay, let's make it simple. Okay, if I charge China, say, a tariff of 5% on a $100 product, would China pay $105? And if they did pay $105, and let's say we didn't charge anything to Spain, just pick some country, any country, Australia, we'll pick Australia. If we didn't charge Australia anything, then it would still be $100. So now China is losing money. They're having to pay $105 where Australia is only paying $100. So we can bring that product in at $100 price compared to $105 price, and people are going to want to buy the $100 price. So it helps create more of a balanced economy around the world. Okay, Brian says that is called a free trade agreement, which Trump threw out and introduced tariffs. I once looked up shucking oysters for pearls. Man, I lost a lot of money. Mia Khalifa, what's up? How you doing, Mia? Or shall I say Rosvita? Mike, the higher cost of the product is the tariff. Will be shot down because you have it worse about face. Will be shot down because you have it worse about face. Yeah, I've already said that. It makes the product higher. So that makes the Americans want to buy the Australian product that I talked about instead of that freaking Chinese product. So it affects China, don't you understand? Scotty says, Mia. And Akash says, hold on. I remember Akash being upset about tariffs because apparently tariffs went up on India. Why would he be upset about tariffs going up on India? Because that means India has to pay tariffs. It doesn't mean that Americans pay the tariffs for India. Okay, Akash says, yes, but I think about it. When country pays the tariff, the importer has to increase the price of goods. Exactly, I said that. So ultimately, and once again, think about this, brothers. There's more than one country in the world. If we increase the tariffs on China, but we don't increase it on Germany, then that means there's more of a balanced field. That means that China's going to not sell as much and Germany's going to sell more. I feel like I'm teaching now. Moot, the higher cost is the tariff. Exactly. Thank you, Akash. Brian says, and given you are a pretty smart guy, I don't know if I'm smart or not, but I am now not surprised that Americans believe that line. Hey, it's freaking starting to rain out here. Oh, the line that you made up? So you made up basically that Americans are paying it with their tax money on these tariffs. So now you're not surprised? Yeah, I'm not surprised either because there's so much stupidity over there. Wise, what's up? Brian says, "Hey Michael, how you doing, Brian?" A-Bar says, "How long have you served in the I did 5 years." Akash says, "True, Brian." Alan says, "Have you ran into any other YouTubers besides yourself?" Oh yeah, I've been around quite a few. Samo says, "If you could choose to live in Manila or AC, which one would you choose?" Definitely not AC. I'd pick Manila over AC. And Brian says, "No foreign country has the means to tax another sovereign country." Yeah, okay, then why is China taxing the USA? Answer that one. Let's see. Akash says, "True, Brian." Oh my gosh. I love Lamp. Christoph, y'all are going to make me turn into a Trump fan. You know? I mean, there's just too much stupidity coming. Y'all are going to make me turn into a freaking Trump fan. Maybe I should just start a I Love Trump channel. I'd be selling myself out, but what the hell? Come on, you gotta look at every angle. You just can't be totally freaking liberal, bro. Christoph says, "I hear that the girls would just fake and use." Christoph, you're full of it. Let's see. What's up, Brian? And let's see. Christoph says, "I don't know. I've never been to freaking Thailand. All I know is I'm happy here. Sorry, Christoph. I'm happy here. I know you're trying to troll and you're trying to cause some drama." Let's see. So think for a minute, Mike. You cannot tax another country. All you can do is put a tariff. You can call it tariff, tax, whatever you want to call it. It's still expenses that they have to pay. Okay, so you're saying it's paid at the port of entry. Who pays the tariff? Who pays that tariff? Come on, don't BS me with saying, "Oh, well, the prices go up and all that kind of stuff." Just make the simple answer: who pays the tariff? Instead of bottom line kind of crap. Because you obviously don't want to see the point of what I'm saying. Brian, let's see. Akash says, "Brian, Mike is not understanding here." Oh my gosh, y'all gonna make me look it up. Okay, let's get out a phone. Let me look it up for these youngins. Okay. Let's put in who pays the tariff on an item coming from China. Who pays the tariff for an item coming from China? Don't leave. We'll see. Y'all are basically saying China doesn't pay for that the tariff on the item, right? Okay. U.S. Customs Border Patrol bills the U.S. importer directly, so the importer pays the tariff. Hey, what the heck is that crap? If China sends a product to U.S. and they have a tariff, who pays the tariff? Y'all got me working today, guys. Okay, I'm gonna read it off. What? Okay. Okay, who pays? Okay, it does look like the foreign exporter does not pay. Let's see. These costs can increase the final price on the product, which many Chinese goods currently face high complex duties. In competitive markets, the Chinese supplier might absorb some of the tariff costs to keep prices stable, rather than passing the full cost to the buyer. Okay. All right, that doesn't make. I did. Well, maybe I did. Anyway. Okay, Brian says China's tariffing American goods coming in. They are not tariffing America. So Chinese importers pay more than. Anyway, y'all can read all that. I'm trying to catch up. Yes, the importer, you're right, it looks like on the importer, but the duty, they're saying that looks like the exporter pays the duty, which is like a tax, right? And why Americans are wondering why prices are rising. Oh, no, it makes sense that prices would rise. If China has to pay a duty, they're going to increase their prices. Alan says China won't be able to sell as many products if there's a tariff on it because the price will be higher. There you go. That's true. There you go. So, what, I hate technology because these tech companies are fucking Democrats. They won't give you a simple answer with stuff. Okay, Brian and Mook. China has the parts and factories, others don't. Even with a tariff. Okay, anyway, we'll get back to the poll here. 64% of people think President Trump is not a good president. 36% think he is a good president. So there you go, guys. I know we have a lot of Trump hating in here, and I'm not answering this question anyway. So I really don't care. But as far as, do I think he does some good things? I do. Okay, so let's ask that, because I do think he's done some good things. I don't know. Anyway, let's try it. Has Trump, maybe he's done more bad than good? I don't know. Has Trump done anything good? Let's see what we get with this one. I won't answer the first one, but I will say yes to this one. Okay. Oh, hold on. That's supposed to be a poll. Poll. Has Trump done anything good? There you go. And I'll do some tariff studying. I'll do some tariff studying when I get time to talk more intelligent about the whole tariff stuff. Anyway, I'll go through here as quick as possible. And Americans are wondering why prices are rising. Well, if they don't understand, then I think that would be silly. They should understand why prices are rising. But a lot of people aren't smart. Alan says China won't be able to sell as many products. Exactly, that's what I was saying. Akash says, Brian and Mook, China has the parts and factories. There's don't. This, probably true. Yeah, I can probably agree with that if I really looked into it. From the little bit of information I know. Even with a tariff, it's often cheaper. I mean, China is huge. I mean, they have a lot of land, so yeah, they have a lot of stuff. Even with a tariff, it's often cheaper and faster than building new supply chains from scratch in other countries. Yeah, if we go deep into things, yeah, that's true. Brian says, if you want to ask me thoughts on tariffs and stuff like that, don't do that, because I really don't feel like thinking about that, Brian says prices are going up, but I do think things need to be fair. I don't think you should let a country, one country control the other countries, basically. I think that's ridiculous. I think we should have more of an even field. I think, I can't stand when Philippine people can't come over to the U.S. because, why? Why can't they? I don't know, it's just weird. Brian says price is going up, very predictable considering day one operation all this. Australian Brian says it's quite simple. Mike Trump either does not understand global trade, or he is a FW, or he lied to get into power. Akash says it's not easy to move away from China, Brian. And Brian says, no, not at all. Scotty says he didn't lie. He exposed the light on the darkness for so many decades. And Brian says, Scott, BS. I can tell who's saying yes and who's saying no up here. Anyway, I think it will be interesting to see how this poll goes, because this is a more simple question. Even if you don't follow things much like I do, I don't really follow stuff, because the whole political stuff is a bunch of BS. Even if you're like me and you don't really think about it anymore. I used to worry about that kind of crap when I was in my 30s and 40s, and I found out it doesn't matter, because we will never have enough power to get what we want. Brian says, Brian, Trump has had hard on for Iran for decades. This is him simply getting payback for decades of Iran getting away with being a terrorist state. Scotty says, regardless of politics, I still love everyone. This is just part of life, good and bad. Okay, so far, okay, this one is pretty close to the other one. This poll here is pretty close. Brian says it's easy to follow Trump's trends and why when he pulls the trigger. Yay, good one, yeah, Mike. Not a simple yes or no question, Mike. Brian says, many people rely on echo chambers like social media to think for them. True. Brian says, Americans in general do not seem to understand how much their international standing has been damaged. I don't know about that one. Anyway, Akash says, true, Brian. I don't know about that one, bro. Anyway, let's see. American Soldier with a Bar says, are you in an apartment? No, I'm not. Brian says, we ourselves will never have any power to change things, but we should educate ourselves, not follow blindly. Well, I'm not following blindly. I came to the Philippines. You know, I mean, yeah, don't follow blindly. I mean, but what are you following, bro? Let's see, Samo says, very disappointed with Trump because he still allows trans surgeries with parents' permission. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Yeah, I mean, if we could say, has Trump done anything bad? Then, yeah, I could say yes. But has he done anything good? I would say yes. I say both. I say he's done some good. I think he's done some bad. I think he's done both, good and bad. I can't really think of anything Biden has done good. Brian says, Brian, international markets are getting hammered right now. And Scotty says, where is this game? Well, I was waiting for people to say game. I think we got 3 people said it, so we're going to start a game in a second. I'm going to put one more question in here. And apparently most people don't like Trump, okay, that are in my live stream. So now let's do a different question. Okay, replace. Here we go. All right. Okay, let's see how people answered this one. Okay, we got one no. Okay, Brian says, okay, I pose a question then. Can you list the good things without it being something that originated from Trump himself? Hold on. You don't want the good thing to come from Trump himself? You want a list of good things that he's done, but you want that list to be good things that he did not come up with? Samo says, Mike, God forbid, if you get sick, what would be your options, local hospital or Virginia? It would be local. Yeah, I don't think, because I only did 5 years in the military, Samos, I don't think VA is going to cover anything. So I think it would be local. If I was, if I had retired, it would be a different story. If I was on disability, it would be a different story. But just because I did 5 years, I don't get any kind of disability or anything. I think I just have to go to a local one. And I would want to choose a hospital out here that would have good reviews. And most of those are not going to be in this area. And another thing, not just local, you also got to think about public and there's private. And so private hospitals, even in the province, are going to be, according to my girlfriend, she says those are a lot better than the public hospitals. So I would just try to get a decent hospital. That's what I say, Samos. And yeah, it has been running through my mind a little bit lately, thinking, maybe it is a good thing to be back over in the U.S., you know, or maybe over in Guam, you know, I mean, a U.S. territory, you know, something like that. I have been thinking about it, yeah. Brian says South Korea market triggered there, or get some insurance, because right now I don't even have insurance. Insurance over here is a very good price. A lot better than what I would have had to pay in the U.S. And I should get it, but I'm just so freaking broke, man. I can't even afford health insurance. Brian says South Korea market triggered, but I, you know, I try to have a buffer of money available, you know, in case of a situation like that. But you never know. I mean, if things are really bad, then hey, I might just have to leave, you know, if that situation happened. Brian said South Korea market triggered their circuit breaker. I didn't know that one. Brian, the other Brian in Australia says, sorry, I'm happy to say Biden wasn't on our minds. We were happily ignorant of American politics. Well, that was a smart move. Akash says, Mook, you did one good thing, moving out of USA. Brian says, no, something, you know, apart from Trump just being on the news, blowing his own trumpet. Let's see, we have only 3 votes on this one. Japan market is down roughly 8% overnight, says Brian. Okay, we'll get the game started. Where's the cards?
Cards.
This is how the characters would definitely respond to a "Can I copy your homework?" text. No, but I can help you out with it if you want. You want? Sure, yeah, you can copy my homework. Boy, yeah, you can totally copy my homework. No biggie.
Okay, Mike, does your lady there have any children? Nope. No, she don't have any children. She's 33 years old. I've got somebody here that is 43 years old, but she's got kids. But she's looking for somebody bad. She's like bugging me all the time. Find me somebody. So if anybody is interested, let me know. Let's see. Biden was like a 4-year fog, bro. Biden was horrible. Okay, so we had 4 votes, and did Biden do anything good as president? What did he do? What did he do that was good as president? What did Biden do that was good as president? I want to hear it. I couldn't stand that guy. Couldn't stand him with a passion. That's when I left. I left when Biden was over there. So what did he do that was good? Okay, we're gonna be doing a game. I missed your comment. Let me see. Brian said, I like Mike, he's a good guy. Let's see. Eve looks like mature and stable girl. That's a funny one, bro. She said, Akash says mature and stable. Yeah, I mean, you know. Hey, will you stop? Freaking dog. Evie, can I get some coffee? Coffee, please. Meatball says Biden was a fool. Android says you're wadding into the they've been bringing it up. I'm trying to get out of it. We're about to start a game. Let me catch up with the comments real fast, and we'll move over to the game. 43 with kids, yuck. Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, I won't be replying to that, Samos. I'm not going to say yes or bad or nothing. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just trying to find her somebody. She seems like a very nice person as far as that goes. And she is an attractive lady, I mean, but yeah, you know. I would say this. I would say I would probably date her over any girl in America. Hey, will you get out of here? Freaking dog. That dog drives me insane, bro. Biden fell off his bike. That's what he do. Hug each other, guys. Brian says, was it the egg thing because of the bird flu or something? Egg thing because of the bird flu or something. Egg thing. I don't remember the egg thing. Can we talk about virgin conquest there, Mike? Man, I don't have to do that, bro. They just come running. You know, it's not like I have to search it. They just come running. Let's see. Brian says, I love dogs. Dogs give unconditional. Yeah, I like them too, but not when they're licking my leg like crazy. Let's see. Biden is full and eats a lot of ice cream, says Meatball. Okay, Brian says, okay, here's the way the game's going to work. And I'll read your thing here in a second, Brian. Okay, the way the game is going to work, I'm going to show you guys some cards. And the wind's going to blow the other cards when I show them. Hold on. Hey. Okay, I'm going to show you guys some cards. And then you're going to try to guess what the next card is that is about to pop up. So we're going to see if you can guess if it's a ace, a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a guessing game. And I show you the cards that I'm going to remove first before to give you a little bit of logic. And the wind is crazy, bro. The wind is freaking crazy. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, what was Brian saying? Not directly government policy. The spike mostly came from disease, feed costs, and we'll do score too. Y'all want to do score or no? Gonna sub Meatball. You can sub, but please watch a video that's at least 8 minutes when you get a chance. Let's play Go Fish. I forgot how to play Go Fish. Where are you from? I'm from USA, Meatball. And I'm in the Philippines. And Brian says not directly government policy. The spike mostly came from disease, feed costs, supply. Okay, yeah, I believe you. Let's see. Where are you from? Come on, guys. Send donations. He desperately needs new cards. Oh, you're crazy, bro. We've been playing with these cards for a long time. Okay, so here we go. This is like the telepathy test from the movie Constantine. Okay, here we go. I'm removing these cards. These cards are being removed. Okay, here we go. What is the next card?
Friday?
What's the next card? If you get it right, you get a point. I'll keep score. Where's paper and pen? What is the next card? Scotty says it's a 10. Deal each player 7 cards. Yikes. Yeah, that's going to be sort of hard to do on this game, on this video. Ay, ay, ay. Freaking cards flying. We got a 10 and a 6. Eve, I need pen and paper. Eve, I need pen and paper. Oh, that's hot. Must be coffee, right? Got a 10 and a 6. Ready, 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 ready. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna show it. We only got 2 people. 10 and 6. 0. It was a 3. Okay, next card. Nobody got a point on that one. It was the best. Scotty says 7. I think the dog's gonna need some CPR. He's over there choking on a bone or something. Hey. What do you have? You okay, buddy? Got a 5, 7, and a 5. Anybody else? So, did Biden do anything good? It's about the same number. About the same as the Trump thing. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know why we're fighting over government crap, because government suck. Anyway, we got a 7 and 5 and an 8. It was a 4. All right, next card. Hey,
It's gonna.
all right. 7, 5, 8, 9. Okay, we got a 9. Anybody else? Meatball says 4. 4, 10. All right, 2. I tell you what, until somebody gets it right, maybe we could do it that way. There's a 4. Meatball got that one. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Okay, next one. What is this? Meatball got 1 point. Until somebody gets the number right, you can put it in ever how many times you want to. This pen sucks. There it goes. Now it's working. Okay. Can y'all see in my glasses? I don't think so. It's rigged. Maybe. Scotty, you remind me of Phil Collins, bro. 10. Nope. Keep going until you get it right. Just heard the ice cream, man. I'm ready for the ice cream. Next, we'll be making bracelets. That's funny. Now, if you want to do that, go hang out with my daughter. She likes to make bracelets. Hey, that wind is strong today. I got to prepare for the beach, yo. Nobody's gotten it yet. Still nobody got it. Answer as many times as you want. Nobody's gotten it. Ice cream, I know, man. Yeah, you can get ice cream out here from the ice cream man, 50 cents. Let's see, the cheapest is like 17 cents for the cheapest ice cream. And then the most expensive one is like 50 cents. Yeah. Nope, nobody's answered it yet. I'm still watching, guys. I'm still looking for the answer. I'll give you a guess. I'll give you a hint. Yeah, I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. Repeat. There you go. Repeat. Ah, yeah. Okay. Repeat the meatball. Repeat the meatball. Bless you. Come on, repeat the meatball. Meatball, you got it right. You repeat. 4 again. 4 again. All right, next one. Not a 5, not a 2. What is it, guys? Not a 3. 69. You're so close. You must be Phil Collins. You sound just like him. Aye. Okay, guys. Not an ace. Not a 4. Hint. Here's a hint. Double the 4. Bro, every number has been sent. Double the 4. Every time I pick a new card, we have to start new numbers. Samo says, let's give Mike a suggestion for the next video. I say, do an interview with a freelancer. Suggestions for next video. Freelancer. Queen, 8. 8 is correct. Scotty got it. Scotty got it. Scotty. Scotty got it first. All right, here we go. I'm a champ. Second game. All right, the next one. The thing is, you know, I like your idea. I love your idea, actually, but the thing is, YouTube, you have to be very careful. You know, I did an Angeles City video, and they demonetized it. They cut it off where I can't make any freaking money from it. Just because of a little something, you know? I mean, you know, that freaking video is innocent, bro. You know, but it doesn't take much. A friend of mine, same thing happened to him. He was showing a video of preparing the pig for cooking, you know. Same thing happened to him. He couldn't make any money off of it. They turned it off, demonetized. You know, so that's the sucky thing about what we do, man. They got so much, what do you call that? So much restriction, so much control, so much red tape, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I don't see the number yet. I see you, Scotty. Jack. Yeah, Meatball got it. It was a Jack. Jack. Meatball, you got 3 points. All right. Those be okay. Here we go. Next one. Not film women in public. Bro, if you got a woman that wants to be filmed in public, then you should respect her and let her be filmed in public. Same thing with a man. You only film people that want it, whether they want it or not. That's up to them. Not a 7, not a 6. Not a 10. Meatball got 4 previous game, but you missed it. So far, Meatball's winning. He's got 3 points. Scotty's got 1 point. All right, we're gonna do. Brian says 7. Okay, I'll give a hint. Somebody be talking about ladies. There's your hint. Somebody been talking about ladies. Sambo says, Mike, days go bad. You can always do. Hey, of course, that's the backup plan. We gotta delete that though, bro. Let's see. How can we delete that? Gotta remove that one. Someone says 5. No, it's not a 5. It's not a 9. Queen. Scotty got it. It's a queen. Okay, Scotty, you got 2 points. And Meatball got 3 points. Got the hood reference. All right, here we go. We'll keep playing. Okay. All right. Beastie Boys song. That's a hint. A hint. Beastie Boys song. Probably some people are saying, "Who's Beastie Boys?" Yeah, I gotta go sleep. All right, we're gonna do just one more card after this. We got doing 2 cards, Meatball. Maybe you can hold on for a second. Just doing 2 cards here, and then it'll be done. We're doing because right now you're winning, bro. 90s. No, not 90s. Okay, I'm coming for the. Okay. Elizabeth. That's another hint. Another hint is Elizabeth. And the Beastie Boys song is Hey. It's Hey Ladies, but we don't have ladies in the card. So what do we have that's close to ladies? Scotty's cheating. Come on, guys. She's getting heavy. She's getting very heavy. I want gummies. Queen, thank you, Scotty. Yes, Scotty got it. So we got a tie game. 3 for Scotty, 3 for Meatball. This is the last one. This is the tiebreaker. Unless somebody else gets it, then we keep going. But anyway, this is tiebreaker between Scotty and Meatball. If somebody else gets it, we keep going. First. Boom shakalaka laka boom. Last card, and then this will call this will call the end. Whew, man, I'm sleepy. I finished this coffee up. Block Scotty, hello. Ah, man. She's getting heavy. All right. Here's the hint. Twins. Twins. Yes, Meatball got it. Boom, y'all. Meatball's the winner. Meatball's the winner. Meatball Prods. Is that your channel, bro? Do you want people to subscribe to you? Because I'll subscribe to you if I haven't already. Did I subscribe to you yet? Hey. Scotty. He was spamming. I said you can answer as much as you want. He played it right. You want to replay another day, bro? I'm gonna be hopping off here. Battery's getting low, and I'm ready to take a break. I've been on here for almost 2 hours. Almost 2 hours. All right. Meatballs loaded, chat. I think you two are sleeping with each other. All right. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Meatballs. I like me some meatballs, I gotta say. You know, I do. I really do. I'm guilty. The bigger the meatballs. Anyway. All right. So, meatballs, congratulations on the wind. On the wind. I said wind. Wind. Wendy's too. Yeah. Yeah, I love some Wendy's too. Chili. Wendy's chili. All right. So we're gonna blow out of here. And thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for showing up. Thank you for playing the game. Thank y'all for fighting. Thank you for all the entertainment. All right. Peace out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bang.